Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm the Grace Strega, and I'm here to give you your divine breakdown of masculine, feminine, and non binary energy update today. What do we have coming through in the cards for today? Can I please have? We're going to be starting right now with masculine energy, bearing in mind that this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to. We are going to be starting right now with head space, heart space, and spirit space. What do we have coming through right now for the head space of masculine energy? 3 cards that we are starting off with right now. And one of the reasons that we're going to be doing this reading right now is I feel like one of the things that I was articulating before we started the podcast was that given the fact that we've got a lot of the density that we've been currently experiencing in relationality to so many planets being retrograde right now, I found it was really compelling that we saw both feminine and masculine energy that was in its reversal in yesterday's reading. And we also are going through the journey right now of both Venus and Pluto being 2 of the only planets that are stationing direct. It's interesting because the energy itself feels like it's in hermit mode. And the thing is, when the energy is in hermit mode, it's hard to effectively discern what's going on above the surface because there's a lot of stuff that's happening internally. So one of the reasons that we're going to be doing a reading like this right now is, and we were kind of talking about this, the retrograde periods often create these moments or these modalities of contemplation. I like to describe them as quietude points. They're pause points. They're also very beautiful. And again, it's working through the retrograde energy in a way that feels like it's productive. I like to describe the fact that we can often see retrograde periods as helping us heal our relationship to silence, right? Silence is not something that we effectively arrive with a comfortability point to. And often when we're moving into the space of feeling stable within our own energy, we start to heal that relationship to it. So one of the reasons that we're kind of going through this breakdown right now is this is almost like a deeper dive into where we left the cards yesterday in relationality to exploring how the energies themselves are being impacted by a lot of the intensity of this retrograde period. Especially because, and this is the thing we have to be conscientious and wary about, Venus and Pluto being the only planets that are direct right now, it can bring a lot of feelings up. This is like shadow work central. And it's not to say, and again, I feel like shadow work is sometimes a very heavy word for the act of being able to kind of go through the inner understanding of the self. And I'm already seeing here in relationality to the cards that I'm drawing for both masculine, feminine, and non-binary, that they are very, very, very different. But there's something about the similarity in themselves, because I'll tell you right now, the one thing that's really wild is there's a profound amount of cup energy in all of these readings that I'm seeing right now. So as I mentioned, we're going to be starting right now on the headspace of the energies. Now, masculine energy, and this is really important as well, because one of the things that we see that has been happening right now, and I keep on getting masculine and energy and feminine energy have been healing the difference in the rift between, and I keep on seeing this, between what masculine effectively perceives that feminine desires versus what feminine actually desires is what I keep on seeing. And there's something significant and important about that as it relates to the fact, and I keep on seeing a lot of masculine energy that is effectively working through this. Desire itself is an energetic act of projection, right? The ability by which we recognize and identify that the things that we are energetically attracted to are often the things that we ourselves long for within the self. And what's beautiful about what I'm seeing right now for a lot of the masculine energy doing this work is being able to not just feel an energetic desire, but to parse through the locationality as to why one energetically desires it. Because I keep on seeing that is the difference between building towards, I keep on hearing that is the difference between building towards a dream and finding a dream with another. The first card we see in the masculine energy right now is the Queen of Swords. So what's beautiful about that energy that we're seeing right now is this is, and I like to see a Queen of Swords in the headspace of the masculine, because what that's effectively articulating or identifying is that masculine is recognizing and understanding and feeling the energetic power of strong feminine energy, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to. Now, what do we see is following up on those two cards? I want to show you all three cards that we see right now in the masculine headspace. We've got the Queen of Swords in its upright. We've got the Ace of Cups in its reversal. And we have the Knight of Cups in its upright. And it's really interesting because this was actually coming through in one of my client reads yesterday, which has to do with the force of what it means to truly be energetically chivalrous. What does chivalry effectively identify? Chivalry is the ability, and this is, and I keep on getting, and I feel like there's something really intriguing that's happening right now in masculine headspace, in the ability to identify the synchrony, the synchronism between chivalry and stoicism, right? Where does chivalry and stoicism overlap? Chivalry and stoicism overlap in the ability of understanding. And I keep on hearing chivalry steps back is what I keep on hearing. Chivalry effectively steps back because it is the space by which we understand and identify. And I keep on seeing this, like the difference between, I keep on hearing the difference between heraldry and chivalry is when one is trying to herald something, it's a lot of this make way energy, right? And I keep on hearing when we herald something, we effectively come into the space by which we make something about the self. But when we are working into the space of being chivalrous, it's the ability to step back because it's speaking towards the observation and understanding of the ability to learn or the ability to recognize and identify, right? It's working towards the perception of allowing the context of being a perpetual student to the universe. So what we effectively see that's happening here, and I think that this is really beautiful because we almost see that as masculine is working to heal their own relationship to their emotions, learning that it's not negative to have them, right? That when the energy is in the space by which one allows oneself to feel the full breadth of the emotions, then that point of strength, that valuation, right? This is, I keep on hearing, this is the sound, this is the strength of true detachment, understanding that true detachment is not disassociation. That when we teach ourselves not to feel anything, we haven't become stronger, we become weaker. Because when we stop ourselves from feeling anything, then when we finally do, we're overcome by the emotions. We don't know what to do with them. So I think it's really interesting because I almost see that for a lot of the masculine energy working through this right now, there's a level or degree of gentle parenting that's happening as they're teaching themselves something that they wish another person had kind of given them more assistance with. There's a lot of that, like there's a lot of this self-nurturing that's happening in that space. But I see even now that this may be even shaping the face of the communication that they're having towards feminine. Now looking towards the feminine headspace is a lot of cups here is what I'm seeing. There are a lot of cups in the feminine headspace right now. The three cards that I see that are happening right now for the feminine headspace are the Knight of Cups, and this is fascinating. Like this is what we like to see, right? We've got parity that's happening right now between masculine and feminine headspace. And what do we see in that modality? We've got a unification point with a Knight of Cups. So that's very, very intriguing. However, this is even more fascinating where we see a Queen of Swords, in the headspace of the masculine. In the headspace of the feminine, we are identifying a Queen of Cups. Now, this is really intriguing because, and I need to show you this, the third card that we're seeing right now in the headspace of the feminine is effectively the Five of Cups in its upright. Now, why is that important? Because this is actually a lot of the feminine energy that is doing the work to find the strength in their own emotions. But what's hard for a lot of the feminine energy that is working in the space of finding strength in their emotions is it feels like a bittersweet journey, right? This is a lot of the feminine energy that is getting better, right? Is getting better at the fact that energy may effectively be bitter at them for no reason, is what I keep on seeing. This is feminine energy working into continuing to heal from the space by which the feminine feels it is their responsibility to navigate the emotions of everyone around them, right? This is literally the energy of the feminine that says, as long as I'm in a good place, emotional comfortability is not one of the job descriptions of feminine energy, right? This is the feminine energy that says, as long as, look at this feminine energy saying, as long as feminine energy's heart's in the right place, and as long as they're doing a lot of work in terms of being reciprocal in relationality to what they bring to others, and in relationality to what they themselves are trying to return back to the self. This is the feminine energy almost pulling their energy back in relationality to being, I keep on seeing, to being hyper, like I keep on hearing, hyper empathic, right? The ability of allowing, because I keep on seeing what happens. This is feminine almost taking responsibility for hyper empathy, because also this is feminine energy understanding that when we stop the desire to be hyper empathic, we allow masculine, the emotional room, to carry and to bear the weight of their own emotions, right? It's hard. It's hard for the feminine because the feminine almost has, like, look at this. The feminine almost sees the fact that they're good at this. Like the feminine is almost saying to themselves, just because I can read a room effectively, having to navigate, having to worry or overly signify upon what the feminine finds in that emotional reading of the room, that is the feminine that's almost articulating and saying, observe, not absorb, right? So this is why. And this is what I said in relationality to having a moment when we were doing the daily collective, when I said it's weird because I'm noticing that masculine and feminine energy are going into hermit mode in different ways. This is exactly what I was trying to get to the bottom of, because we see here that this is masculine energy going into hermit mode, but not going into hermit mode. It's the masculine energy working through an understanding and building upon the pathwork of courtesy, right? There's a lot of that. It's like the masculine that's going into hermit mode, but really they're being energetically chivalrous. While for feminine, we see that this is a lot of the feminine energy that's doing that, working through that modality of experience of going into hermit mode via the observing and not absorbing, right? Focusing and staying energetically grounded as it relates to doing something or working through things is what I keep on seeing. Now, for the non-binary energy that we see right now, and I need to stress this because this is also showing the fact that we're seeing a lot of energetic alignment that's potentially coming through right now. Because for non-binary energy we have here, we've got more night energy. I need to stress this. Do you see how significant this is? We've got night energy in the headspace of all energetic frequencies right now. So for a lot of the energy right now, being able to be in that Knight of Wands energy. Now, this is intriguing because we see even now Knight of Cups occurring right now between masculine and feminine. While as for non-binary energy, we notice that we've got a lot of this Knight of Swords energy. So this is also the modality or experience with the Justice card in its reversal. And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker in relationality to me articulating the fact that I wanted to get to the bottom of a lot of this Hermit energy we're seeing. What else do we see here? We've got the Hermit card in its reversal. There it is. And what's interesting about this, and I need to stress this, what's happening right now for energy that's more in a non-binary space is it's having more to do with pathwork of identity. What's happening right now for a lot of the energy there is I feel like there's something about the energy that's in the non-binary modality that feels like I keep on seeing it's almost like the energy that feels like it's taking weight off conversations, but also like adding additional weight to them is what I keep on seeing. And I think it's really interesting because I almost see some of that energy articulating upon the fact that they don't want to act as mediator. But they don't want to act as mediator. There's something about that energy right now. I just keep on hearing not the desire to act as mediator, which is, I feel like the reason I'm seeing this is I feel like for a lot of the energy in that space, the feeling, the feeling of another person. I keep on hearing like the energy that's almost having a hard time feeling tired, like exhausted from the need to over explain. It's almost like the energy that understands that they need to, but almost like wishing or building into the pathwork of like hoping, like they're building for the day that something that they explain will not be necessary. And that's often like, I almost feel like a lot of that energy right now is deep within Chiron because they're working through the context of the wounded healer. Like I keep on hearing the work that they do now, they're building towards a future where it won't be energetically necessary. Continuing right now, let's get into the heart space about these energies that we're seeing at this time. Can I please get 3 cards for masculine energy? Bearing in mind, this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to. Heart space right now of masculine energy. There it goes. I got to tell you right now, the inner blending of these cards is really exceptional right now because we've basically got, for the masculine energy right now in the heart space, we have the King of Swords in its upright. The knight, the King of Spears. So the King of Spears is effectively the King of Wands. Correction, because I forgot which deck we're drawing from. The King of Wands in its upright, with the Page of Coins, and the Priestess energy. And this is effectively really interesting because what we're really seeing here is this is the effective shift in perception that is potentially happening right now for a lot of the masculine energy that's working through this collectively. And I keep on seeing, and I need to stress this, I just want to show you, the difference between where masculine energy may have felt like they needed to start from versus where they may have effectively energetically finding themselves. Okay, these are very powerful cards we're seeing here because we see that this is effectively articulating upon the misperception of masculine moving towards feminine initially, which is we keep on seeing with the, and I need to point this out, a king of wands with a Queen of Swords is it's like a King of Wands with a Queen of Swords is like, I like to describe this as like a shoving match is what I keep on getting, which is the space, like, and I need to see this to a certain extent. Like, I feel like this is what I mean. This is masculine energy being able to let go, like letting go of some kind of, I keep on getting some kind of archaic preconception that a relationship with feminine had to feel like a battle is what I keep on seeing. Because I keep on seeing that like the energy of the masculine working through that is almost the space of saying if it feels like a battle, it's already broken. Is what I keep on hearing. If it feels like a battle, it's already broken, right? And it doesn't mean, and this is what I keep on seeing that's happening now, because I just keep on hearing if it feels like a battle, it's already broken, because often a battle indicates different manifestation goals. Like, why would you enter into a relationship that feels like you're battling as it relates to the direction that a relationship's going to go? That's not healthy. Is what I keep on like. That is like waste. I keep on hearing it's wasted energy. It's wasted. It's exhausting. Like, and I keep on seeing that feeling, and this is the energy of the masculine almost reintroducing themselves to feminine, because I keep on hearing the masculine, and this was coming through in the readings the other day. Again, the best foot forward, our best foot forward is always the next step, right? The best foot forward is always the next step. And that's what we keep on seeing in relationality to masculine, healing their relationship to chivalry. Because why is the best foot forward always the next step? Because the security, like the security that feminine often looks towards from masculine, is the ability of being able to understand the direction that something's going in. Never do we feel, right? Never do we feel more energetically secure than when we're holding maps for each other. And the beauty of a shared map is that you can articulate upon the direction. So this is why we see that this is the masculine that's actually like doing the hard, like they're doing the hard work of reintroducing themselves to their emotions. Because this is almost the masculine that says to themselves, when I'm in touch with my emotions, I can share my dreams to the feminine. And when I share my dreams to the feminine, I'm showing feminine the map. And when I show feminine the map, never does the feminine feel more secure in my embrace. Now, for feminine energy, again, bearing in mind this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to in the heart space of the feminine right now, we have 3 cards coming through. We've got the Page of Wands in its upright. Man, these cards right now, the similarity, the 10 of Wands in its upright, and the 9 of Wands. There are some like clear lines right now. I got to stress this. For feminine energy right now, okay? I got to tell you, very, very clear. Very, very clear. Feminine's got cups. Yeah, feminine's organizing things. Feminine's like cups go in the headspace. And it's interesting because the placement of things may feel incongruous, but I see to the feminine, it makes a lot of sense, right? Feminine, you wouldn't expect the cups to be in the headspace. Feminine's like cups got to go through the headspace. Cups got to go through the headspace, because if you don't put the cups through the headspace, the cups the cups spill over on everything. Cups mess everything up. It's working through the feminine understanding that not all emotions are alike. The way we work through the emotions before we give someone our emotions, right? Because when a feminine gives someone emotions without thinking about them first, it's like, hold my drink, right? Hold my drink. Everybody's holding your cups. Everybody doesn't know what to do with their cups because you're giving cups everywhere. It becomes a big mess, right? But when feminine does the work of processing the emotions into the headspace, what can she then do? Bring them back into the heart space for active plans, right? Masculine's working on map making by understanding that the emotions that we're able to articulate become the map. Feminine says the emotions, different journey. Emotions are not maps until we fortify them and they become direct. They become compass points. They become the ability to direct. They become a navigation system. But the only way, right? The only way, that's what emotions are for. Emotions are supposed to be for a navigation system. But if you don't run them through your headspace before you have them, they don't navigate anything beyond the difference between, I keep on hearing, a feeling and emotions are different things. A feeling and an emotion are different things. So this is the feminine learning the difference between a feeling, an inclination, versus an emotion, because an emotion is steadfast. You can run it up and down between the head and the heart space, and it stays the same. And as you run it back and forth between the head and the heart space, it becomes a plan. It becomes something that you can give another, not just telling someone how you feel, but being like, this is the direction that the emotions are guiding us towards, right? So this is masculine working on emotions becoming maps, feminine working on navigation through articulation, through the siphoning and refining of the emotions between, and that's why the high priestess and the empress were out yesterday together, but they were both it's like moving back and forth is the act of refinement. Now, for the non-binary space right now, can I please get the heart space? One moment, please. Ooh. Okay, so what do we have here? We've got the Queen of Cups. Again, a lot of similarity in these cards that we're seeing right now. I'm not surprised to see it because I told you everybody's in hermit energy right now, but in different ways. Masculine is in hermit energy because they're being chivalrous. I keep on hearing my best foot forward is a step in the right direction, is the next step. Feminine is moving through the modality of the emotions to be able to work through active planning. Non-binary energy right now, we've got the Queen of Cups in its reversal, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles in its reversal. Now, this is interesting because I feel like there's a lot of energy right now that is working through the space. I keep on seeing they're working through the space of not feeling the need to have to over explain themselves, is what I keep on seeing. And that's why I keep on hearing like there's something kind of energetically like difficult for some of that energy right now, because I keep on seeing somebody effectively saying like what sets one apart sets one apart. And I keep on seeing it's almost like the energy that recognizes that it comes with the territory to a certain extent. But I also see the fact that this is energy that is in very deep harmony with their solitude, right? I keep on hearing these are energies that work through the pathwork of saying like they are the security that they feel within themselves. There's a lot of that modality by which I see that. I feel like it's interesting because I see a lot of that energy, how like trying to articulate to another. I'm not surprised to see this, trying to articulate to another that they can see both sides of situations perfectly. And I feel like there's something about that almost feels like a gift, but it's also very energetically difficult, because I almost feel like there's some of that energy that I feel like the energy is like articulating to others that they don't want to be in the position, like they want to have a space by which they themselves can work through. I keep on hearing like it's interesting because I see that there's a lot of that energy working through dimensionality problems. As strange as that sounds, I know if you get it, you get it. Like there's something about that energy that is almost looking at love right now from a dimensional sense. Is what I keep on getting. Or they're talking or articulating upon the again, I've literally got confirmation from those in like from those in the like it's confirmation it's like the desire to move into a dimensionality, like getting exhausted on polarity and instead wanting to talk about dimensionality, which is the ability by which I keep on seeing all of the nuances, or being able to move into all of the different ways that one can articulate upon something. I feel like there's a lot of like, I feel like the hard part about that is sometimes I keep on saying this energy starts talking about something in relationality to dimensionality, and then another person goes, huh? And they go, oh no. Like it's like, do you see the dimension that I am trying to talk to you about? What? Oh, nuts. It's like that. But it's like, it's again, like, but I almost feel like there's a beauty about that, because I almost feel like there's an internal conversation that's happening on it. Like there's a solitude on it, but it's like, it's like a healthy solitude, because I feel like in some way, shape, or form, there's something about identifying or recognizing progress in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like, again, a lot of that, and I think the hard part about, I need to stress this right now. For some of I just keep on hearing a lot of non-binary energy having to articulate. I just keep on hearing, I am not the mediator. Is what I keep on seeing. Like I see the energy going. I told you, that's why they're in hermit mode. They're like, I am not the mediator in whatever is happening here. Continuing to get clarification between back into masculine. So working into the unconscious right now. Can I please get 3 cards? Oh, what's happening here? Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I knew the, oh my good. Oh my Lord. Oh, Lord. The thing, I hate this. No, that masculine hates it too. So here, I got to stress right now. I cannot talk to you. Like, I keep on hearing there's something right now happening to masculine energy, the desire to want to cause the desire. Like, I keep on hearing this space. Like, why are you self-effacing us? Like the modality of recognizing that when we try to control our manifestations and we don't share them, there is nothing more toxic. There is nothing more gross. I keep on hearing literally the problem with masculine energy right now. And I keep on seeing, I need to stress this. There is nothing right now in the masculine field that has to do with the feminine being a problem in any way, shape, or form. It's the only time I've literally never this is masculine energy going through like a face melting experience where the masculine energy is building a sense of energetic rejection towards other like I keep on seeing the difference. I just keep on hearing something resonating through the halls of the masculine energy that keeps on saying a healthy manifestation goal is one that is mutually shared. A healthy manifestation goal is one that is mutually shared. If you're holding a map to something and you feel like you can't show someone that map because they would be like, what the heck is that? That is the sign that you are overboard. That is the sign that you have never moved so far off the territory of being well. That is what, and I keep on seeing this here because I keep on hearing the masculine energy and I keep on I got so much of this energy here working upon the care and the empathy, the preciousness that they energetically feel. And I keep on hearing when you hold something preciously, you don't energetically belittle it. You don't say, trust me. You say, I trust you. You never say, trust me. You say, I trust you. And there's something about the modality by which the masculine is working through. And I keep on hearing, like, it's almost the masculine energy feeling. I need to stress this here. All of the feminine energy cards are in the upright, in masculine energy. And so this is almost the masculine energy that's healing their emotions, that are feeling like they're feeling the energetic vulnerability of feminine, and they're sharing the audacity. They're sharing the energetic audacity of something. And I keep on hearing like there's something about it's like I almost hear the masculine energy like breathing through it. Like they're breathing through it so that they don't it's like I can see the energy, like it's like they're breathing through it because their fist is like tightening in relationality to a lot of that work. And I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy right now, it's the ability, I keep on seeing, I keep on hearing and I keep on getting this, the ability of feeling like the work that they're doing is further damaged by the energy of others not doing that work, is what I keep on seeing. That's what I keep on hearing, the masculine almost working through something and saying, like, how could you? Because I can almost see the energy of the healthy masculine feeling the weight that whenever other masculine energy does not work towards that healing, then the masculine energy has to work twice as hard through their own healing journey, because they have to work through the fact that they themselves are building towards authenticity, but also understanding the shape by which another person would have a hard time believing it or finding them there. I keep on hearing the word is like, how can I be safe when everything you do keeps on creating a context that is not energetically safe, right? So I keep on seeing that there's a lot of that. I keep on hearing the healthy masculine energy almost experiencing some kind of Atlas energy here, because it feels like they have to bear that additional weight. This brings us to the feminine energy. Clarification between, for the bearing in mind, again, this is not based on gender, but what one feels most aligned to. 3 cards for the unconscious space of the feminine. Oh, we've got here the two of Pentacles. Okay, we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. Now, it's really interesting. I need to point this out right now for a lot of the feminine energy. The cups, the cups are everywhere but the heart space. The cups are everywhere but the heart space. And I think, and I need to stress this, I think that this is energetically good for the feminine right now. You know, there's something really important about the fact that the feminine is I keep on hearing, because the cups start, in the heart space. That's where they create. So the fact that the feminine energy is moving them is like, this is the feminine energy, like literally doing the work to identify and articulate the inside problem versus the outside problem, right? Something that they need to get on, something that they need to get better doing, something that someone else needs to get better doing. And I keep on seeing that for a lot of the feminine energy, it's the opposite. It's the opposite of Atlas energy. It's the opposite. This is feminine going, no, I'm not going to carry those emotions for you. Those are your emotions. It's okay. Because this is the feminine energy that says no Atlas energy. Because this is a feminine says, when I carry the emotions for others, I don't give them the opportunity to become stronger in them. Right? This is the feminine energy doing that work in order to help facilitate that. And I keep on hearing the feminine's not doing Atlas energy. So what are they doing instead? They're raising the roof. Is what I keep on hearing. When feminine's not getting Atlas energy, instead feminine's raising the roof that says, you can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Feminine goes, I can't be Atlas energy while I'm trying to raise the roof. I got to raise the roof, right? So I feel like that's the feminine energy articulating upon healthy boundaries. I'd love to help you with that, but I'm really busy raising the roof right now. And so it's different, because that's like, it's like for masculine, it's more grounded. For feminine, it's more of a, it's more of like a, I want to get, it's more of like a high five energy. But I keep on hearing the reason it's like a high five energy is because this is the feminine that's giving someone, if there's, I keep on hearing the feminine saying, if I see somebody doing that work, the best thing I can do is not criticize them and the fact that they're not doing it well. It's to say, keep going. No, I see it. You're doing great. You're going to get better at it. It's what I keep on hearing. I just keep on getting the feminine going, like there's a little bit of this, like there's a little bit of the feminine, like, and this is feminine acting as champion. Right? Feminine's going, I can't be Atlas and act like champion because my hands are too full. How am I going to encourage that? So I feel like there's a lot of that feminine, and I keep on seeing, to a certain extent, this is feminine energy, like working through some internal frustrations, right? This is feminine energy, I keep on hearing, like working through some things here. And I keep on seeing, and like, that's the thing about it too, you know, like I feel like, there's a lot of that weight of feminine kind of doing that. But I also like the thing about it too, is like, especially with feminine, I feel like there's something to be said about internal processing, or there's something to be said about working through something. But and I feel like there's a lot of that. I keep on getting, there's a lot of that amplification in relationality to, I keep on seeing the energy, and I keep on seeing this. Like, I keep on seeing feminine being like, I don't have the, like, the feminine can't be, feminine often articulates and says, I need to be logical, because if I'm energetically emotional, you'll say I'm hysterical. Right? Like, that's what I almost see with feminine kind of working through something. Feminine almost feels like the weight of saying, I always work, like the feminine almost, like I keep on seeing, this is almost like the feminine energy saying, I work on being logical with my emotions, because if I'm emotional, you'll say I'm hysterical, which is the feminine that almost articulates and says, recognize that I keep on hearing, hysteria, the word hysteria is toxic, because it's a space by which you're saying you have no reason to be so upset about something, is what I keep on seeing. And so I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy, this is the modality of the feminine moving more into the context of an energetic rallying cry instead of allowing the context by which I keep on seeing like this is feminine energy like really moving into like especially with the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Cups. Like there's like I keep on hearing hermit for a reason is what I keep on seeing, like hermit for a reason. It's like the energy going. Like I keep on hearing feminine going, my emotions are a privilege, not a right, is what I keep on getting. My emotions are a privilege. Continuing to get clarification for the non-binary energy right now. Oh, what's going on here? 3 cards, 3 cards. Yeah, I feel I've got like there's something about the for the energy, the non-binary energy right now. I've got the knight, we've got the Knight of Pentacles in its reversal coming through with the Ace of Wands in combination with the 8 of Wands in its upright. And I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy doing that work, it's really interesting because there's vitriol here. I want to describe this. And I keep on hearing that the reason, like I keep on seeing, like it's interesting because I almost feel like there's a lot of this energy taking a very philosophical approach to things because it's the space by which another person says, I can see the energy being like, this is like, I can see the energy almost going, this is a result of someone not doing their shadow work effectively, right? Like I keep on seeing that for a lot of the energy that is working through a relationship right now. Like one of the things I keep on seeing, and I feel like the one thing that's happening right now, and this is what's so difficult with all of the energy that's on the table, is working through. And I keep on seeing, like, this is what I keep on seeing in relationality to the conversation that's happening with healed energy right now, which is the believability and understanding of what actually feels like it is healed, right? When we are building into a healthy context is one that we build into authenticity. Our intentions are clear. Like that's why we always talk about being clear, because when we're clear, when our intentions are clear, it's the ability or the adaptability by which we articulate and communicate upon things. And it feels like it's shared. And what I keep on seeing, and this is what I mean about all of the energy right now, like working through this retrograde cycle and being in hermit mode in different modalities, because I see that for the masculine energy right now, this is the energy that's saying, I'm working towards hermit mode because I'm learning to be more chivalrous. I'm working to listen more. And I keep on seeing the best way to lead I keep on hearing the best way to lead is to listen. The best foot forward is the next best step our best foot forward is the next step, which is the ability to articulate upon how one proceeds beyond something. While as for the feminine, I see a lot of the feminine that is working through, I keep on seeing like working through feelings that feel explosive, but instead allowing them to become energetically productive, right? Channeling them into a space by which it feels like, I keep on hearing channeling them into a space by which it feels like it's energetically productive. While for a lot of this energy that I see right now for the non-binary energy, I feel like for a lot of the energy right now, it's working, like I keep on seeing, it almost feels like energy working through the frustration in being able to recognize and identify I keep on hearing the beauty of being able to see both sides of a situation allows for the ability to have a dimensional conversation, which is the ability, I keep on hearing, like for a lot of the non-binary energy, it's like craving a dimensional conversation, because it's the ability by which one is able to articulate upon the nuances of something. Instead, I keep on hearing love as dimensional instead of oppositional, which is like the opposite I keep on hearing, which is like it's working through like the energetic harmony of things, like how one can build upon something instead. And I keep on hearing some energy. I can always feel like this energy, and it's the same message that I started hearing when, it's the same message that I started hearing coming through on the masculine. That's actually resonating from this energy. When love feels like a battlefield, you're already doing it wrong, right? When love feels like a battlefield, you're already doing it wrong. And what's hard about that is often I feel like there's a little bit of this energy. This is why the energy holds themselves in reserve, because I can almost see the fact that if they see someone coming towards them experiencing a personal battle, they step backwards. They go, that's your battle. Don't project your battle onto me, is what I keep on seeing. I keep on hearing them say to someone, don't take your confusion out on me. Come here and embrace yourself, or not at all, is what I keep on seeing. Bottom of the deck on all three of these readings right now. For masculine energy, yeah, we've got the Tower. And this is the thing about, like, I keep on, like, do you know how frustrating it, like, it's so frustrating and I feel like that's what I keep on seeing that's happening with a lot of the masculine energy. And it's funny because, like, my hand, like the hands, like I'm reading for masculine and their hands go like this, which is the space by which they wish, I keep on hearing, they wish they could get through to other masculine energy, right? I keep on hearing when you try to control things, you destroy everything, is what I keep on hearing someone say. Like, I literally see masculine energy almost, and it's funny because nothing about this that I'm reading for masculine right now is in the context. It's like, this is like masculine almost on the side of feminine energy. And I just keep on hearing masculine say, when you try to control things, you destroy everything, which is the space by which another person says our job is not to control, it's to build, it's to share together. So I feel like that is the space by which, like, it's so difficult because I can see the masculine energy, like almost in that modality by which their own frustration at situations feels like it's like the energy that almost, I keep wondering, it's almost like the desire to disassociate from aspects of their own self is what I keep on hearing. It's like they're rending. It's like there's a rending that's happening right now. And the rending is in frustration in relationality to how much harder their own journey is as a result of those experiences. Now for feminine energy, bottom of the deck, this card wanted to come out real bad, so I'm going to pull it out. Yep. Yeah, Queen of Wands and its transverse, but that's not the bottom of the deck. The Emperor, right? I feel like that's what's so hard with feminine energy, which is like the ability or the desire to want to trust upon masculine's intentions, but also recognizing modalities or experience. See, look. What is masculine saying? Your control ruins everything. What's at the bottom of the deck of the feminine? Controlling masculine energy, right? Working towards, right? Like working towards the space of doing the work, like feminine working towards the space of discerning between masculine energy that's in the vibration of truly working to heal versus masculine energy that is, I keep on hearing, are you trying to heal or are you trying to control, right? So I feel like there's a lot of that force or a lot of that weight that's occurring there. And I feel like for a lot of the feminine energy, it's like building upon or basing upon having to always, I keep wondering, having to constantly or perpetually utilize that sense of discernment. But I also see that this is also an energy of feminine, like allowing, and again, this is a continuation of those moon relationships, building the hope of something being different, but also not allowing that hope to override their perception of what's occurring. While for non-binary energy right now, we've got the Six of Swords in its upright. So for a lot of the energy of the, I feel like this, For non-binary energy right now, there's a little bit of this, like, I feel like there's a little bit of this energy that is really good. Like, I keep on seeing, like, I keep on hearing, and it's funny too, because remember how I said the battle point that I articulated for masculine? I feel like they're integrating a lot of the work that I see with feminine, which is observing, not absorbing, right? I keep on seeing that the energy of the non-binary energy says not wanting to desire to be in a relationship requires them to facilitate as perpetual educator, looking or feeling something where another person just gets it. And I keep on seeing like that's a lot of the process of energetic refinement that they're potentially going through right now. And it's not easy, but I do feel like there's something that's happening right now that's helping in relationality to that conversation. Because I keep on seeing, I feel like a lot of that energy is almost saying, like, I keep on hearing the same thing. A relationship is not a battleground. If you try to come towards me and you're battling, like, you've already lost the war, is what I keep on hearing. Because that's the energy saying that's not what this relationship is for. That is our masculine, feminine, and non-binary energy update. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and experiencing it. Just a reminder, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can book one on my site. Please keep in mind, booking a private reading is a two-step process. You have to book the reading, you have to pay for the reading. Please make sure you do both if you'd like to have that reading. Most importantly, please remember that I will never, ever, 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 ever reach out to you for a private reading. I will never DM you. I will never PM you. I will never slide into your inbox with a very special message that only I can deliver. The only way you can book a reading with me is through my website, so I encourage you to do it there. A couple of updates before we move into personal readings today. Thank you to everyone who participated in our recent class on the moon card. Our next class is going to be held on Thursday, November 20th at 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be continuing our studies into the tarot with a focus on the sun card. If you'd like to become part of that tarot class program, all you need to do is head on over to my stack and become a paid subscriber. Your paid subscription to my stack is your ticket of entry into our live classes each and every month. You'll also, as a monthly subscriber, have access to over 9 hours worth of material in the Tarot Church Library Class Archive. It's not necessary to catch up. I'll do my best to give you an update on everything we've been studied prior to this point, but the material is there for you to receive as you're ready to receive it. You'll also have access to, if you become a founding member, not only will you have access to the entirety of the Tarot Church Library Archive, which is access to over 20 hours worth of material in an ever-expanding library, you'll also have access to a complimentary one-on-one mentorship class with me, where I will meet with you personally to assess where you are on your own personal tarot journey and give you the best insights in terms of how to utilize those classes moving towards your tarot goals going forward. You'll also have a discounted rate on the full year's worth of classes. One of the things I tried to do in these classes was make them accessible to the absolute novice tarot reader as well as the seasoned reader. There's definitely something there for everyone. Don't let your lack of experience or robust experience prevent you from joining us in these classes. And even if you don't become a paid subscriber, I would encourage you to follow me there to stay up to date on any new offerings or services. I also post my weekly newsletter there, which will let you know about my in-person events as well as my online live schedule. I also want to let you guys know that on top of my standard life path readings, I also offer mentorship classes. These are for any of my students seeking a more personalized educational experience with me. I take a very limited number of students for this reason, as those classes are focused on each individual's personal spiritual goals and journey work. Those classes can be purchased on an individual level or as a monthly class series, weekly or bi-weekly as your schedule permits. Also, for my students seeking more consistent weekly tarot support, I'm very happy to offer weekly tarot insight packages. That is a package of 4 30-minute readings, again, weekly or bi-weekly as your schedule permits, so that you can stay more consistent on your personal schedule. I'm also very happy to now offer dream interpretation readings, which you can purchase per dream or as a series. If you purchase a series, I would encourage you to start to keep a dream journal, as we will meet weekly or bi-weekly with that journal and utilize the tarot to understand the key themes and messages coming towards you in the dream space. I want to thank you guys so much for being here today and sharing in these messages, and we will do this again.